Hello and welcome. I'm Peasant, and today I'm going to be taking on Prussia 5 with many mines move as one. So, not a lot to say about Prussia. They're fast, they're great. I'm doing a lot of Prussia playthroughs at the moment because I'm about to make a video about how to beat Prussia. So I thought, should probably play against Prussia. Also, coincidentally, Prussia are much easier to not mess the rules up on. Yeah, cunning, multi-purpose cunning that's going on. Okay, these are our start cards. We've got an opening explore in the mountains. And I've not played this spirit that much. So kind of the spirit does just feel wildly powerful though. Almost mind-blowingly so. It feels like turn one, you've got I think this is a very straightforwardly good, you want a double presence place turn one. I think that goes without saying. And we've got a few different configurations. You could play your swarm turn one. The trouble with that is it doesn't have air on it, which isn't that big a deal, but it stops you doing a T2 gathering turn one with this innate. That's the only downside though. And then, so you can do that turn two if you might want to do this. Yeah, tricky. I still don't have my kind of cobbled together rules of thumb about it. We've actually got an opportunity to use Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh turn one, which is intriguing as well. This is mainly for the 2 fear. I mean, it does coincidentally mean we could prevent that mountain build and solve that land. So I think I'm going to go with that. Given that everything else is fast, I think that's pretty reasonable. It seems like an incredibly powerful toolkit. This your out of the gate, I think Many Minds is redonkulously powerful, especially with this here. It's just it's just 2 fear, 3 fear, 4 fear, no big deal, no biggie. Anyway, so I'm going to be going with those things, but we need to place our presence and probably need to think about it as well. A wild idea. We need our sacred site to be adjacent to these places. I think let's just put it here, and that's just so that we're targeting inland. It'd be nice if we could do something about this town soon. And I suspect there's true wizardry you could do with this spirit, but I'll need to play it a bit before I can unleash any of that. Right. So we've chosen our powers, we've placed our presence. So now we're into the actual fast phase. We don't have this, and I'm going to use Strife just to track things that I've either used or don't have. We do have this, an air and 2 beasts, and we've got a place with 2 beasts, so we'll just take the 2 fear. Just seems pretty amazing. And then we could Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh in here. So we're going to remove half and prevent the build. I'm going to use this pink dice to track that, and we gain another 2 fear. So we've got a fear card already. And that's our fast phase. We've got a Healthy Island. We just discard this event. That's just what you do. No invested aristocracy for us this game. I have nowhere near a clear enough picture of the event deck to to know how that influences things. And I've been deliberately staying fairly hazy on the events. I like not knowing. Okay. So cities deal -1 damage during the ravage. Invaders do not heal damage at the end of this turn. I don't think that matters. We're not doing any damage, so we'll just discard that for now. Okay, now we're into the actual invader action, so no ravage, but we do have a build. This build's prevented, but we do have a town built in here. And then we have our Prussian early stage 3 card. Ooh, we've got doubled up lands. You love to see it. You love to see those doubled up lands. So, mountains and jungles. It's a real opportunity against Prussia. Let's see if I can capitalize on it. All right. So that's that. Now we're into the slow phase. We just have our swarm to do. It's a 0 ranger. We're going to want these to be in here. That's what we're going to want. Because they're doing something for us in there. Okay. So that goes away. These go to the discarding. I put them to the side in here. And we've kind of got these 3 cards. I find myself just plonking my cards down with this spirit, and then you just find something OP with what you do in there. So to get those 3 plays, of course, I need to double presence place. I'm going to just assume that's what I'm going to want to do. Let's just actually look. We're going to have the 3 air and the water and the beasts, of course. So we can gather up to 3 beasts, so we can kind of put our beasts pretty much anywhere we want them to be. We've also got the wonderful Guide the Way on Feathered Wings. But actually, our beasts are not in a useful position for that purpose, actually, it turns out. I mean, we can, yeah, so that's one of the nuances. I reckon this spirit is potentially wildly powerful, as in, combining adversaries, thematic, all at once. I feel like that's reasonable. We could just do some pursuing. That solves this land. It's a shame, though, because we've set up for a nice defend in here. But we could just drag all this lot over here and push those all in there. Bear in mind, we do have this push here. We could actually push a Dahan over here and then drag it back with some friends. Yeah. Or we could just let this land go. But, I mean, as there's a build there, I think this is an opportunity we don't really want to miss. So, can we push everything into here and then bring the Dahan, all of our beast crew in? I don't think we actually can. Oh, except we've got this sacred site we've not even placed yet. That is basically a beast. We can realistically get 4 defend. So yeah, maybe what I could do is make a sacred site here and bring these Dahan over for the counter, defend 4 in there, and then we could do a bit of devilment over here. Okay, that sounds like a plan. But is it a plan? Yes, it's a plan. Okay, so we're going to make a sacred site here. We're going to go with those cards. And now we get to do the puzzle bit. So I think this is a good principle to go with Guide the Way. To bring those Dahan over. We don't have... Yeah. I almost want to just pause to think and then come back, but I'm trying not to do that. So to get this defend 4 in here, we need there to be 3 beasts. We can make that happen. We can make that happen by using this here. We can gather push. Actually, no, we can't do the push bit, but we can gather 3 beasts from anywhere. So, okay, we'll do that. We'll gather a sacred site as a beast, and we'll gather 2 of these beasts. And then we could guide Feather to bring these ones over. Okay, we're all going to be in there. It'll be fine. But first, we will pursue with scratches. So that's a fear. And then we can just empty this land so we don't care about the ravage. But we can't get enough defend in there. Well, we can with this. If we get defend 4 from Berserk and Found the Invaders, we could then get an additional chunk of defend from there. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay, we'll push them in here with this. Okay, that's done. Now, we want to use this, Guide the Way. So we're going to move this sacred site as a beast into here, and we're going to bring these Dahan with it. There you go. That's that. And then, finally, we need to make sure that we have another 2 beasts in there. So we're going to use this to gather... so we've got the threshold on it. Let's just double check. Check I'm not cheating. So yeah, we can gather 3 beasts into here. So let's be safer on this. So given that we're using this, we'll gather this as 1 beast. It will cease to be a beast in here, but it will still count for Boon of Swarm and Devilment. So 1, 2, 3. So we've only got the 3 beasts in there now, but we do have an extra couple of defend. And we're going to boon a Swarming Devilment in there. So that's going to be 4 from Devilment. But there's also going to be this. So 3 beasts is another defend 4. And 3 fear. Which just seems wild to me. So that basically turns this one into a whole fear card. Okay, that took a while. Oh yeah, and we've done this and we've done this. Okay, that was our fast phase. Okay, still got a healthy island. I always do this in this way just because I am scatterbrained. And doing it this way means I've kind of got an arc with my hand. We do have our first proper event of the game. What do we get? Years of Little Rain. Oh, God. Okay, this is a great one. Luckily, our presence is with Dahan. It costs us 4 energy per player, aided by water, and we can add a presence to one of our lands with Dahan. So it's a really sad one to get if you don't have any lands with Dahan, but we're okay here. So, we need water. We've got 1 water. We've got no energy, so we have to forget something. So what do we forget? We've got, I feel like we've got 2 options. We can either forget this from play to pay for this, or we could forget this. This is a real, this could solve a really horrible land for us and gets us fear. So I think we'll get rid of Boon of Swarming Devilment to pay for Years of Little Rain. So that is forgotten. Put that in under there. So we're going to get to add a presence to one of my lands with Dahan. So that'll be this land. That will actually, I think that will bump up. I'm not a rules expert. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go from the plays track. We've got more air than we need, though. Yeah, I'm going to go from the plays track. I think, yeah, if we can get to that 5 energy, we're even more strong. Okay, so we have beast attack. So I'm going to choose not to count these as beasts. My sacred site is not a beast, so I'll destroy these explorers though. Thanks. And then during Ravage, Dahan provides some counterattacking. Years of Little Rain. I love that card. Okay, first fear card. Oh well, of the turn. Each player chooses a different coastal land with Dahan. 1 damage per Dahan. Okay then, take it. That's a fear card. Wow. Seems pretty good for a fear terror level 1. Okay, so now we're into the Ravage. This is well defended. We clear that. In the counterattack, there's no one in here. Then we have mountain and jungle build. So nothing in here. We do get a city in here, and we get a town in there. And now we have our first stage 2 card, and it's a sand explore. So... and again, this is a shortcut. The town does go down first, but it's just so that it's just to help my thinking. Anything I can do to preserve the peasant brain, I will do it. So we've got 2 Ravages that we probably want to defend. So I'm not going to just go in for a cheeky counter, am I? Am I? Am I? No. I'm going to place in a wetland. I'm going to place it in here. There's no town in there. So yeah, maybe we'll be able to clear. If we can get a good counterattack here, we might be able to clear that land. Okay. So that was the explore. I'm not doing anything in the slow phase. Nothing. All right. So now we are back to the spirit phase and mountain. So we are okay this turn if we just let this go. We will still have a healthy island, and we can even push to 5 to 5 plays this turn. Which is tempting. Probably incorrect. Probably incorrect, especially as, yeah, I think hopefully we should be able to do something about this turn. So yeah, I'm going to reclaim and gain a power card. So yeah, we're not the wealthiest spirit, but we don't need wealth. We've got spiritual wealth and beasts. Okay, so it's going to be a minor power. Let's see what the game offers us. So we really care about beast elements. Nature's Resilience is just a nice... I mean, that just would solve here, and we could get a pretend beast over there. I mean, the blight removal as well. Pretty good. What? I think we're happy to let people build and then destroy them. And yeah, we definitely want to make sure we're getting these beast elements. So no beast air on offer. We do have beast fire. And we have beast... I mean, this Nature's Resilience is just wonderful. Do we have moons? How moony are we? Are we likely to get this 3 moons? Extra beasts is, you know, extra power, really. And this requires a sacred site, but we're going to have sacred sites over. This is not such a downside here on Nature's Resilience. I think this is the call. Yeah, and especially as it just solves this land this turn relatively, you know, either of these lands are solved. So yeah, we'll go with Nature's Resilience. And I'm not spending so much time on the power card choice because otherwise these runs will go on for a bit longer than I want them to. So now we have to work out what we're doing. Oh, I guess the one thing to think about, actually, domesticate animals still cost energy, though. I think if we had a free option, that would be more compelling. Okay, we have a singular energy. And we've got 2 ravages we care about. So this turn, we can go... Well, we're definitely going to play Nature's Resilience in one of these lands. If we set up for here, we need to have a sacred site nearby, but that's something we can do pretty easily. And there's even already a counterattack. Can we defend in both? Probably. We just need to make sure that the things we play are air and beast cards. So we'll put our ever multiplying swarm away because that doesn't have air on it. Guide the Way, of course, brings in... we can use that to bring over some counterattackers. And maybe we just defend in here with this power for defend 4, which should be enough, hopefully. We don't have much of a use for Pursue with Scratches this turn, but Dreadful Tide... We want the Ravage to happen, though, so maybe we don't Dreadful Tide this turn. It's going to be awkward for us to prevent one of these builds. So maybe we're going with these just as a kind of what's left. So we need to defend in here. We'd need 3 beasts. Can we get 3 beasts over there? We could just Nature's Resilience in here. We've only got 2 air though, so we can't use this higher ability to gather loads of beasts over here. We could gather a beast over here with this ability. Okay, we can't set up this defend. We can't set that up unless we don't go with Nature's Resilience and go with something more like this, which would give us the 3 air that we need to gather and get this. This, of course, is gaining us fear. This isn't. It's also preserving our energy, but we'll be a bit broke next turn. Though maybe next turn we actually go top track a little bit. What's the advantage of doing it this way? The advantage is we're getting the fear. Thing is, we can get the fear and... And at the moment, all this stuff being centralized here is a bit of a waste of resources. Can we also, if we do this option, we could maybe use Pursue with Scratches to prevent a build. That would be nice. That would be nice. It would have been even nicer if we could really counter that. So maybe, you know, and kind of actually clear the interior. I feel like against Prussia, that's useful, especially when you get to stage 3, if we get to stage 3. Yes. I like how simple this... I'd rather let this blight, I think. Yeah, well, no. We push the fear game. So to do that, we need to do this. Okay, so we're going to do teeming host arrives to drag over 3 beasts to here. So, oh, they actually can't reach there. Oh my lord. Spatial puzzles. Me struggling here with my spatial puzzling. So actually, no, we will go with nature's resilience. And we will... maybe we just let this go, you know? Maybe we do that. Yeah, nature's resilience with counterattacks, just simple. Okay, we do this. We're still going to get this fear, though. It's not like we're giving up on fear altogether. We do spend our only energy. Okay, finally. Oh, yeah, that's not dreadful. That's not scary. Okay. God, so sorry about this. Well, I'm not that sorry. I'm more moderately sorry. So, given that they're going to kind of semi-clear this land anyway, I think we defend in there with nature's resilience. There you go. That was straightforward, wasn't it, peasant? Straightforward. And we can use this to gather a beast, and we can use this to gather a beast for 2 beasts, which is what we need for defend 2. Might be enough. We can even peck. Okay. So we'll drag a pretend beast over here. Oh, except it's too far away. God damn it. You've been through this, peasant. You've been through this. So we'll move this beast over here. Oh my god, the spatial element is killing me. No, we'll just bring these in here for the counterattack. We'll leave this beast here because it's closer to this awkward area. Oh, we'll bring a sacred site in. Okay. And we've got a pursue with scratches to use. I mean, is there any real benefit to using it to have less stuff in here? We might get an event that weakens these, so I'm not going to use it to... oh, this is a non-optional push, so we'll just do that in here for fear. Okay, all right. Oh, and we've got this for some fear as well. So, and we've not used this. Okay, well, I want to actually have my beasts in more useful positions. So I'm going to just use this in here for 2 fear. And defend 2 somewhere. So that's 1 fear and then 1 over and a card. And then I want to reposition this somewhere where it might be useful. Let's bring it here. So I've actually got some targeting. Okay, so that's that. Whew. Okay, fast phase done. Island still healthy. Event. What do we got? So we are only on terror level 1. It's a cultural assimilation. In a land, this is a card that I constantly play around. In a land with exactly 1 Dahan that has or is adjacent to a city, replace it with a town. That's not good news for us. So we'll do it to this one instead, because that's less bad, not as bad news. Okay, beast attack. Each beast deals... oh, wait. Excuse me. We'll keep that in that. Each beast does 2 damage. Remove any token that destroys buildings. So we will remove that token, but we'll get a fear for destroying that building. This beast will... oh, that was a sacred sign. It will destroy that, but it hasn't destroyed a building. And this beast here is going to destroy the explorer. And it's going to do a damage to the city. Oops, done it wrong. He's done it wrong. Peasant. Okay. So then oh god, reckless offensive. Just read the bottom of the card, peasant. This is on each board, choose a land with at least 2 Dahan and at least 2 buildings. Well, that's this land. So, well, yeah, okay, it just happens. This will teach me. So each Dahan destroys a building. So they're going to destroy both of these for another 3 fear. So that's 1, 2, and another one. We're at terror level 2. Thanks. Thanks for that reckless offensive. We do add a blight, so we are going to have one of our presents destroyed. That's fine. I have lost to reckless offensive before. Okay, so that was our event, and it's a messy game. I mean, it's one of mine. It's going to be messy, and now we have terror level 2. So in each land with badlands, beasts, disease, wilds, or adjacent to 3 or more such tokens, defend 5. Alas, we do not get the defend in there. Wonder if we actually get that defend anywhere. So in each land with or adjacent, so we'd actually have defend 5 in these lands here, but not in the place we care about. Okay, next up. Each player remove an explorer or a town from land with 2 or fewer invaders. Okay, thanks. Thanks, isolation. Good old isolation. So, mountain and jungle ravage. Just have this one. It does a damage to the land and our Dahan, but they will heal next turn. Sand build. We have a town in here. Then we have coastal lands. Coastal lands, not bad. We've got a good chance to clear this interior now, which puts us in a good position. Okay, nothing in the slow phase. Slow phase, schmo phase. So now we clean up, and I take my mandatory half-hour break. Okay, I'm back from my break. Dahan here is going to heal in that break as well. It's going to clear off. And we've got 2 cards in our hand. We've got this sand ravage here to think about inland. Can we push forward? Can we keep on growing? Possibly. These are the cards that are left in the hand. The hand. We just need to have 2 beasts in there to use that. Which we could manufacture a beast just by double placing presents. And then we can just use teaming host to grab another one in there. And that's our defend. We don't have any Dahan to bring over, but we'll power up so much by pushing forward here that I think it's still worthwhile. We've only got 1 energy on our track, so we could push to here, which would even potentially enable this. But we need this energy for Swarm, and I think as this is so much of this is a lot of power for us. I think we don't want to skip that particularly. We've got 2 cards that both cost energy, so maybe if we reclaim, we can't use both this and this, but that's fine. We're going to gain a power card. We'll prioritize a 0 coster. Okay, yeah, I think given that we're probably going to reclaim next turn anyway, it's whether we want to push for this, which is going to give us an air. The air is going to help us, actually. The air would mean we could relocate a whole load of beasts this turn, actually, which is interesting. Of course, we're not going to get any immediate use out of a 4th and 5th action. And we're really not going to get any use out of Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh either. Though we could maybe go with Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh instead. Just prevent this ravage instead of defending it, which is safer. And we're going to be replenishing our beasts anyway. I think... Okay, let's look forward a little bit. We've got a nice defend card in Nature's Resilience. So if we reclaim, we can use that, say, in here. They're going to build another town here. This is going to be a bad news spot, but we could maybe use Dreadful Tide next turn and then just prevent that ravage. Defend, prevent. So I think it would be so good to get rid of this, though. It would be so good to remove this source of explorers. All of a sudden, this land here is almost certainly going to be exploring far fewer places. Well, probably far fewer. Good chance, though we've already had our sand level 2 card. The spatial puzzling. Click, click, click. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with these, with the... Thing is, if we reclaim, we can just clear this land fairly without too much fuss with the counterattack. How are we doing for fear? We're at Terror 2 already. There's still 3 cards before Terror 3. And our growth phase is a bit weird now. Now let's push the... Let's go for this. So we're going to make a beast in here. Okay. So we've got this energy. We're going to spend that on Swarm. That's our spirit phase. Now let's do our stuff. So we've got this. We've actually got the... We don't have the 3 air. We can only gather 1 beast. So we could gather this beast over here that's not really doing anything. Gather them in using this. And then we could use this. So we've got the 2 beasts. We've got the air. So this we're going to count as a beast to gain just 2 fear for very little. So that's the 2 fear. And then we can use this as well. So we're going to target, use this sacred site. This is going to count as a beast. So we've got the 2 beasts we need for target. It feels so cheeky. And then we're going to remove the real beast. Sorry, real beast. And then they're going to skip this ravage. So there is, in fact, a fend 2 and a skip. But crucially, another fear. So that's another fear card. Okay, that's our fast stuff. Still got Healthy Island. Let's see what our event is. In each land with at least 2 explorers, not applicable. On each board, push a beast to an adjacent land with no blight. It deals 1 damage there. We can prevent this build. We can prevent this build. This we can, if we defend, that's pretty nice. So I'm going to push a cheese beast in. And push this cheese beast in. And destroy that. I don't know how close to the edge of the rules that is. I think that, I mean... Yeah, it doesn't specify on joining a swarms or flocks whether that it has to be for... some of them say, oh, for invader actions or for spirit actions. But okay, and then canny defense during ravage. Dahan do some defending. We don't care about that. Here's our fear card. Defend 2 in all lands with discs. Each spirit gains 1 energy per sacred site in lands with invaders. Thanks. That's actually quite a lot of energy to me. Thanks, fear card. So we have the ravage here. This is just prevented. There's no ravage there. Then we have the coastal lands buildings. They build. And then we have the explore. So we're going to have a Prussian escalation effect. Okay, so here it does matter where we put the town. And actually, we're going to skip out on that explore unless... Oh, we can't skip it. Oh, we can. If we put the town in here, then we don't have to explore in there. I'll take it. Okay, that was the explore. And now we have ever multiplying swarm, so we can get our beasts out again. So I think we just want our beasts to be over here somewhere. So we'll go with having them here. We could even just cheese this defend, potentially. All right, that's the end of that round. So these are going, everything is discarded. These are now available again. And we are back to the growth phase. So we've got 3 coastal ravages that we care about. So yeah, I think this is a reclaim. This extra play, hopefully, is going to be good. That extra energy from the fear card actually could make quite a big difference. So we're going to reclaim. And we're going to go with a minor power. Okay, so what are we offered? What are we offered here? Okay, no air beast cards. But what? But Call of Dahan ways is intriguing. Always intrigued by those ways. And Beast Defender. What does this turn actually look like? We can just solve this land with our nature's resilience. That's just the simple solution for that land. But then we've got this land, which we can potentially use Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh, just prevent that ravage. It is a 8 damage ravage, so I mean, if we go Entrancing Apparitions, we could cover it. I mean, it would be a good counter attack to get if we can clear that city. That'd be pretty nice. But we are 11 fear away from Terror 3. I think Call to Tend, it does have Beast on, but we're fine. We're good enough at moving Dahan. So I think it's not Call to Tend. Entrancing Apparitions is incredibly powerful, and especially in a board that's this clear. We can use it to potentially prevent two kind of build chains. I mean, it's not going to do a lot for us this turn. We could use it to prevent this build by dragging that Explorer out here. So yeah, it's not really doing much just yet, and it doesn't have the Beast on. Are we Call of the Dahan waysing it? I think we are. Yeah, and we can even set up future. If we think long term, we can use this to potentially really set things up. This is just a nice... Oh, wait. This is 3 fear. I really favour the fear game against Prussia. We're going to have beasts everywhere. But it does cost energy. We didn't get offered any freebies. So yeah, no apparitions. This pro-civil... I think we go Haunted Memories. I like this fear. I like this fast fear. Because it should be relatively easy for us to set up. We can even use that in here, potentially. All right, so that was that. Okay, so we've got 4 plays. We can't play all of our 1-cost cards. We can only play 2 of them. We're probably not going to play Ever Multiplying Swarm this turn. So probably we're going to play those 2. It is weird. I don't think like this with most spirits, but I think this one, because of the spatial thing, I need to take whatever shortcuts are available. So this crucially doesn't have the Beast on it, but we've got the 4th play, so we can afford to have a card that doesn't have a Beast on it. It does thankfully have the Air. So what do we want to do here? My initial plan was to try and prevent this. We can play all of these except 1. It looks like... yeah, I'm gonna have to just figure it out. Okay, so if we're playing these 2 and this, do we have this here? Okay, so to get this Super Gather, which we will get, we need to make sure that we play Dreadful Tide of Scurrying Flesh. So that's non-negotiable. To get a nice counterattack, we'd want to use Guide the Way on Feathered Wings, but it actually doesn't look like we've got a good setup for that right now. So I think by elimination, it's not a Guide the Way for Feathered Wings. It's not guide the Way on Feathered Wings o'clock. That was laboured. Okay. So if this is what we want to do, we can we, so if we've got this, which we do, we actually could gather 4 beasts into there, which is pretty intriguing. We've only got 3 beast elements though, so we're only going to be able to get defend 4. But I think if we go defend 4, we can of course use this push as well. So we could push in an extra beast to get this extra fear from Primal Memories. I mean, defend 3 is enough, but 2 fear extra on top is pretty significant. And we can incidentally pursue with scratches, pecks, and stings to prevent this build. Okay, so 2 invaders like this, unlikely to get pushed over 3 defend by the event card. But that's anecdotal. I've very deliberately not done any intensive research onto things like that. So, we incidentally have this as well. Given that we've got no counterattack in here, there's not really much point in defending in there and going with that route. So I think what I'm going to go with is... So we're going to definitely prevent the build. I'm going to push into here. I think that goes without saying. So we'll do that first. So that's a fear. And we can push this, and I'm going to push it into here. And interestingly, I don't want to have 4 beasts in here because I don't want to remove 2 beasts for Dreadful Tide. Though preventing the build is preventing a city build. Come to think of it. Oh, no, it's not a build. Okay. So the Nature's Resilience is actually unnecessary. Unnecessary here. And because it's expensive, I actually think we don't want to do that. Oh dear, but I'm going to stick with it. I don't want to undo too much. So we're going to gather. We're going to use this ability and we're going to gather. We could gather all 4 beasts. We may as well. Gather all 4 beasts into here that we can with this. And then we can push up to 3. So we want at least 1 beast in here. And we probably want to leave our Sacred Site in there. So I'm going to push this beast into here. Oh, let's just push 2 in here. Just to get extra defend. Where the hell did I grab that beast for? So yeah, we'll just push 2 beasts into here. Then we're going to Haunted by Primal Memories. Oh, I want to make sure... Oh god, I've got to do this in the right order, haven't I? Okay. I am so sorry about this. I'm taking all these breaks. It's not making any difference. Okay, we had this lot here. This undo might be incorrect. I hope not. We need to just do this first for the beasts. So it's 3 fear. 1, 2, 3. That's done. Okay, I can stop thinking about that now. We do this. We gather 4 into here and push a beast into here. Okay, that's that done. Haunted by Primal Memories. We add a fear. Well, 3 fear. That's another card. And we have defend 3 in here. Nature's Resilience is another defense 6. And Dreadful Tide we do in here. And we remove a beast. So we're skipping the Ravage and gaining 2 more fear. Okay. Okay, God, crikey. Any spatial spirit, my brain starts overheating. All right, that's the fast phase. Healthy Island, and now event. On each board, add a town to a coastal land adjacent to a coastal town. Well, if we add it in here, we can destroy it this turn in the counterattack. So I think that's what I'm going to go with. On each board, destroy 2 explorers among lands with beasts. So, well, we can clear these 2. This one's tempting, but... On each board, add a Dahan to a land with Dahan and no disease or blight. See, in that case, I will remove from here instead because this is going to get killed in the counterattack. Okay, so that's that. Now we're into our couple of fear cards. The first one, each player removes an explorer or town from a land with beasts, disease, or at least 2 Dahan. I guess we'll remove this one. That's disgusting. I think that the key to this spirit feeling ridiculous is this, the joining of swarms of flocks. Each player adds a strife to a town. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum. Let's put it in here with this Sands town. And then this. So this ravage is prevented thanks to dreadful scurrying. And then this is defended, and the counterattack gains us 2 more fear. 2 more fear, which is a fear card, and we're now at Terror 3. Okay, that was the ravage. Now we have mountain build. Well, we don't. And we have jungle and wetland explore. So, damn it. That's we do have to skip out on one of them though. And now we just need to destroy that city. Which, I mean, we've got such wild defensive possibilities now with the cards we've got. We could almost just wait till the ravage. Not that I'm going to wait. I'm going to try and get it done as quick as I can, but I think that might be how it pans out. Okay, nothing in the slow phase. Slow phase, schmo phase. And then these come back. And I mean, this isn't much of a turn, is it? If we reclaim, we can have a turn. So I think we reclaim here. Jungle wetland build. I mean, do we have a way? Do we? Yeah, we can't afford a major power. Here's the thing. We're so... I've gone with such a skinflint approach that we can't afford a major... Oh, we could just fear them out, though. Prussia doesn't have a very thick fear deck. Just need to make 12 fear. We actually don't have many beasts on the board. What's going on? Got no beasts. Yeah, I think this is a reclaim. And another minor power, huh? Yeah, I think so. Many Minds experts were crying watching this. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, we're not getting offered any beast stuff here, but this is a fear card. It's a nice source of fear. Enticing Splendor we can just use to prevent this build. That's a reasonable thing to do. Oh, even this build. Which is pretty good. This build also prevent that. We're kind of preserving our interior. That feels like quite a tempting little thing to slip in there. So I think that's probably what I'm going to do. It even has the air on it. But what else are we doing? I think... yeah. Though we could just... we don't actually have a presence in here. It would be awkward actually to set up. We'd have to use one of our beast moves to set that up. To drag a sacred site presence. But weirdly, we'd have to drag it from here. We probably don't want to do that. If we're going to set up for a big counterattack, a big defend in there next turn to clear that final city. So yeah, we go with Enticing Splendor, I think. So we have 1 energy. We have modest goals this turn. We want to entice this one out to keep our interior relatively clean. If we're thinking about next turn, they're going to build a city in here. So we need to drag a hell of a lot of Dahan in here. We need to start dragging them kind of today. So what's our best Dahan? I mean, this is a beast, but it's miles away. What have you done? What have you done, peasant? Though these are easy to drag in. These are easy. So if we can use our resilience next turn and our memories and this, we should be fine. Okay. So that's 9 there. If we do this and we've got 3 beasts, we're up to 13. Should be enough. Should be plenty. But the trouble with a plan like this is that we might get an event that skips the Ravage. That might be what happens. I think we're going to want to make sure we can afford to do all this. These are both cards that cost energy. I've ground myself to a halt. So we don't want to be dreadful. We want to be adding beasts, not removing them. We definitely need to be bringing in extra Dahan. So maybe we try and conserve energy this turn and drag in 2 lots of Dahan. And if we can not reclaim, then we could add a pretend beast in here and drag this Dahan in next turn. Oh, except we can't do this twice if we're reclaiming. Oh, peasant. Okay, so we're doing those 2. And if next turn we're doing these 2 and maybe this actually, because what we could do is we could reduce the attack by pushing out the towns. We don't care about the towns. But we're going to need more Dahan than that to actually clear the land. Oh, crikey. Oh, unless we Scurrying Tide just to prevent that build. Okay, let's go with that. Just my poor swarm. It doesn't feel like much of a swarm. If we're going to defend for 9 next turn... Oh, the other alternative is we could push 2 of these out this turn. We've got options. We've got plenty of options. Probably too many options for my adult brain. Okay, we're going to go with this little lot here. This little collection. So, fast phase. We have the water. We can gather beasts. Okay, so we want to... Okay, we're going to use Pursue with Scratches, Pecks, and Stings. No, let's gather. Let's do it the simple way. We're definitely going to Enticing Splendor and bring this one out. We'll bring them into here, where they hopefully will get disposed of in that Ravage. We will guide the way with Feathered Wings to bring 2 Dahan in here for our counterattack. This is a flimsy plan, right? Because the event could just kill one of our Dahan. But there is... Okay, we might be able to skip it. There's a Dahan in here. One of the disease events might hurt us. Okay, and then we're going to pursue... Oh yeah, we've got this to do as well. So we've got the 3 beasts, and we've got our Sacred Site Pretend Beast, so we can defend 4, but crucially... We can crucially gain 3 fear. So that's that. And we then have... Beast Gathering, but this is actually really our only beast. So that we want to actually move around. So I think we'll just bring them over here. Okay, so that's that. We could gather push, but I think at least they're serving some kind of purpose. And then we've got... Yeah, because we don't want to destroy 2 beasts with this. Then we can Dreadful... No. First we Pursue with Scratches, so that's another fear. Do worry that I've given myself too much fear here, but I think it might be largely academic. And then we get to push a couple of towns out. We'll push them into this sand. Push them in there. And then we have Dreadful Tide in here, so we'll remove one of these beasts. Gain 2 more fear. And they skip an action, which will be their build. Okay, crikey, fast. Healthy Island, and then we've got our event, Life's Balance Tilt. Ooh, this is one of the more notorious ones, but I actually can't remember what it does. So we've got the beast. We just need to spend 1 energy or discard a card to get the beast option, which adds a beast, removes disease, and just improves my life. this turn, pretty much. What's the other option? Remove a beast, standard disease. Yeah, we don't want the other option. So we've already got 3 animal elements. So we could just discard a card to get the other one. Let's discard our swarm. So that's now discarded rather than our precious 1 energy. So we get to add a beast. Add a beast in here. There's no disease to remove. Discard the top minor power. If it is slow, remove... It is slow. We've got Prowling Hunters. Remove a blight. Okay. We'll remove that one. Invaders and Dahan have +1 health this turn. Don't think it matters too much. And then on each board with 4 more buildings. So we have exactly 4 buildings. Add a blight to a land without Dahan. Okay, that blight goes back on. We'll just shove it in the corner where no one cares. Okay. And then we have a couple of Terror level 3 cards. These might even be enough to finish it. Let's see. Each player chooses a different land to isolate. Also defend 4 in those lands. I guess with the isolating, we could isolate this land to prevent explorers into here. Yeah, and then the second one. Each player may gather... each player may remove up to 3 health worth invaders from a land without cities here. We can't just choose the city, but we could just prevent this build. The health of that is buffed by the event, but it doesn't matter. Okay, that's the fear card. Now into the Ravage, this super healthy guy. Not healthy enough. Then jungle and wetland builds. We've actually prevented this build here. There's no build here. There's no build there or there. And then we have the explore. Okay, so jungle and sand explore. Okay, so not in here. But this one's actually isolated, but it explores itself. So yeah, we don't explore them. And slow phase. Nah, you're right. Don't need a slow phase. So this lot are now on my discard pile. And I mean, in theory, just playing these 2 cards should be enough, but the event could scupper me, so I don't want to go with that. I could. Gonna have 2 energy. We could go with this. Unless we can destroy that city in the fast. We don't really. That's not really how we roll. The thing is, we're only 6 fear away from just winning a Terra 4 victory. That's 2 fear, 3 fear. Can we get up to this and just win in the fear phase? I think we can. There's already 3 beasts in there. This isn't going to be a beast if we bring it in here. That's crucial. Crucial to note. And an alarm goes off in the distance. So I think I'll come back after I rung my grandmother. Alas, didn't get through to her, so I have to try again later. Okay, so that's no longer isolated. That is no longer isolated. So we've got this Ravage that if we defend, we should be fine. We've also got the possibility of getting 6 fear and winning that way. I think we just win with fear, don't we? Don't we? So to do that, I've actually just shuffled my hands together. Pretty much that was my hand and all the rest is in my discard pile. I think... Oh, the trouble with this is that we've only got 3 beasts, so we can't get 4 fear. We can get 3. Incidentally, this is another 3. Yeah, okay, I think this is fine. We'll reclaim. We'll reclaim all of our cards. We will gain a power card. I don't think it matters too much. What do we get? Gift of Nature's Connection. Well, this is even more fast fear. I'll just take it. We'll just take the fast fear win, shall we? So to get our final 2, we've already got 2 fear in the pool, so we just need 6 fear in the fast phase. So we've got something of a choice. That's 3 fear. That's a fear. You know, we've got multiple fear options. We've even got Portents of Disaster now. Isn't that lovely? So I'm calling that a win. I guess if I put this here, So yeah, 3, 4, 6, and that's not even counting this. But anyway, a little bit of a squib there, adding on the ends. Thanks so much for joining me. If you like the video, there's the thumb. If you have if there's misplays, there will be misplays. I have no way perfected my play with this spirit, and we're playing with events, right? So a perfect play, I think, is impossible by design. But if you have any misplays, please use a timestamp so I can see them. And if you have any Jagged Earth spirits you want to see in the next batch of recordings, let me know in the comments. And if you're also just someone who wants to has a question about Spirit Island, I'm very happy to answer those kinds of questions, the ones about Spirit Island. Anyway, until next time, keep it spiritual and all that kind of thing. And yeah, bye.